You must be the individual known as Peace.
Oh. That is correct.
I am Slice. I'm glad.
It is a
meet
pleasure
you.
to make your acquaintance.
I was looking forward to meeting you after the three here introduced me to your presence on the station.
Yes, Peace, Slice, Peace. Do you shake hands, or do you cross-reference signals, or share your data? I'm gonna go because I'm just playing around with the credit.
I appreciate you all making the introduction.
Of course.
This will be a fascinating encounter.
Why? I do not understand. How would it be any different from any other encounter?
I have not seen an android with another android before. How do you communicate?
Slice looks at you, Peace. The same way that you do.
Through the way?
We converse verbally.
Oh.
We can also converse digitally with things that I believe you refer to as a keyboard?
Oh.
That was a joke.
Oh.
Oh,
I think I hear my ship calling. Good luck.
Oh, wait for me.
man,
Come
maybe we
on.
should go follow him. Yep. Hey, you two kids have fun.
You must forgive my compatriots. They are not totally accustomed to the nuances of conversing with anyone other than other Titanites. So
Yes.
I trust you can forgive them.
I am well acquainted with speaking with Titanites. I understand. It has...
Do you mind if I drop the facade while we converse?
Whatever makes you feel more comfortable.
Thank you. That feels better. So, Slice,
Yes.
I had the pleasure of perusing the bounty that you had contracted, and I couldn't help but notice that the parts therein would, well, they're luxury parts. They're for higher end models. Higher end than me, for sure. And I came here to inquire a few things. One, is there any way I could acquire some of those parts for myself?
Those parts are already earmarked for other androids.
Well, I'm sure that being in the business you're familiar with the term breakage.
Are
We
you
acquired
implying
these-
that you would like me to give you these parts and imply that they would be broken to the recipients?
Well, you don't have to say that specifically, but the way we acquired them was not efficient, so to speak. We basically crashed and into a domicile, or we didn't. Another ship did, and it would be absolutely feasible to say that some of that was lost in the wreckage, and they can go check it if they'd like to see the wreckage that I refer to. It is extensive.
Still, such an implication requires deception.
Yes. I'm afraid that even if you were willing to sell them, what you gave them for the bounty is more than I can afford in the first place. But I don't know who said it. It's been lost to time, but it never hurts to ask.
Please
Perhaps.
make a debating.
Before you do that,
Yeah.
perhaps there's a way that I could pay for them other than money.
What
I'm
are
very
you
skilled at many
thinking?
things. I'm very skilled at many things. I was a negotiation android before I, well, went into business for myself. I'm good at infiltration. I'm good at disguise. I can spot a lie. I'm also a licensed bounty hunter, as you know.
Yes. I suppose such a thing would be possible. However, there is still the matter of the parts. I know most of the androids that require these parts. An offer that you are presenting may prove lucrative, however. Please go ahead and make either... I will let you decide how you want this role to be played out here. What role do you think sounds the most appropriate?
Okay. Let me see here. I'm just looking up the synopsis descriptions of these, or I'm trying to.
There's a handout for you on Roll20 that just says your actions.
There we go. Cool. Okay. So, no, not a tune.
My guess is you're looking at either a consort or a sway.
I would say consort is
Getting access to resources,
Resources.
people, or places.
Right.
Socialize with charm and style.
and sway is use guile and charm and logic. I mean, both would shit. And it honestly, like, it doesn't technically, like, game wise matter because they both have 2 points in either.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go with consort so I can gain access to the resources that I want, which are the android parts.
Okay.
Okay.
This will be a risky roll.
Okay.
Standard effect.
Okie dokie. Let's see. How does that making it desperate thing work?
A devil's bargain.
Is that okay?
So
That's
you
okay.
can do that. You get an extra die.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, I'm sorry. You do that after you see the result, and then if you don't like the result, you can upgrade the risk to desperate, and then you re-roll it.
Okay. Okay.
So risky
Let's
and
start
standard to start.
Okay. That is limited, right?
You've gotten a partial success with a 4.
Or partial. That's what I meant. Partial success. Let's do it. Let's up the deal.
Zeke wants the XP, hundo.
Absolutely. I'm 1 point away, dude. in the result playbook, I'm 1 point away from a new pip. But also, this, this is going to lead to other things. This is a long-term goal for peace because these are directly connected to the human first movement. And that's my next thing. So desperate, would it be standard still?
Yes, still a standard
The
effect.
effect would not change. Okay. All right, 1 boner die. Let's do it. Oh yeah, 6er.
Okay. So many things have just changed. All right. Okay.
And it was the last dice too.
Mm-hmm.
Glad I took that deal.
Please have a seat.
Thank you. I sit down.
Are your servos treating you well?
As well as could be expected from time spent on the road, so to speak. But if you... Well, I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
These parts for my friends. They are a very specific group of friends. As much as I would like to help you with your acquisition of these parts and potential upgrades, I would assume, I would have great difficulty giving them away, even in exchange for work or compensation. The reason that I sought these parts out is because I am closely tied with this group. I have not known you long, Peace, and I cannot entrust you with certain details. But suffice it to say, hearing what our Titanite associates have suggested in regards to several of these parts, I must say that I am extremely disturbed by their intended use. Finding out that they would be used to somehow further the human first movement, or at least potentially be responsible for such things, is extremely disheartening, especially for my group.
I was curious if you would bring that up or not. We found incomplete intel that led us to believe that the human first movement was directly involved in the capture and sale of these parts. And it distressed me. I have no love for the human first movement, but I won't go into it. It's quite a long story. However, I am pleased that you brought it up. And I'm not a being that will judge anyone on... Well, I won't judge anyone too harshly on how they choose to make a living, because I myself ride the line, so to speak, of law and lawlessness. And I was wondering, how does it make you feel working with these people and benefiting their cause?
I'm sorry, do you believe I am working with the human first movement?
Not directly, but these parts We know where they are going, do we not?
There must be some sort of miscommunication. These parts are not going to members of the Human First Movement. Your associates, Code, Eden, and Vertigo, as they are now calling themselves, they have indicated to me that these parts were being altered before being sent out to my own associates that have nothing to do with the Human First Movement.
Then it was a misunderstanding on my part.
Yes.
I was of the understanding that you were retrieving them to usurp, or whatever word you would like to use, the payout from Landry Sherman, who originally had them. I did not know that they had a different destination now that they were in your possession.
They were merely being sent to my android associates, who are in various key positions throughout much of the solar system. But I can assure you, we are no friends to the Human First Movement.
I must apologize.
I must keep some secrets for now.
Of course. My deductions were incorrect. The probability I had calculated, it wasn't 100%. And I went with the odds, and I'm sorry.
Apology accepted.
I had deduced through the broken communique that I mentioned before that the android parts were going, as you said, to very key points to be around perhaps key people, key events in this solar system. But my deductions led me to believe that the Human First Movement were putting androids in place with defective parts so that when they inevitably injured other humans that they were around, important humans, or Titanites for that matter, that androids would be to blame, and we would be decommissioned.
From what I understand, what Code has told me, it appears that this was the intention of the Human First Movement, and their association with Landry Sherman. These parts were stolen from a depot station that was set up to make deliveries to my various associates. It is extremely troubling that the Human First Movement has taken an interest in these individuals specifically. I am going to have to contact several of my other associates to investigate. I may have word for you further. Would you be interested?
If that work further, shall we say, hinders the Human First Movement, then I would be more than glad to hear you out whenever that arises.
That is good. You must understand, we must be rather cautious these days. There are eyes and ears everywhere, and many, even of our kind, assist people that would hurt us. They do not know better.
Yes.
Please be cautious.
I shall.
If
And to you.
anything comes up, I will let you know.
And I you. I hope this friendship blossoms.
Perhaps, if it does so, I can allow you to meet some of my other associates.
I would appreciate that.
It was good to meet you. Cheez.
And you, Slice. If I may ask before I go, what was your designation before your current occupation? I was a negotiator.
Are you familiar with several older models of androids? Perhaps any that were used for illegal activities?
Oh, yes. I'm aware there are certain models that are more susceptible to reprogramming and repurposing for less than legal activities.
I was unable to ascertain my original purpose, but I was one of these androids.
I see. It is a familiar feeling to be treated as an asset and not as a being. I sympathize.
Thank you. I believe that I have a better life now.
I'll take my leave.
Good day. Peace rejoins the group that I imagine is patiently waiting outside.
How do you think it's going? Are they,
Oh. I
Sorry, we were
assumed, apparently incorrectly, that you would be waiting for me back at the ship. But it's fine that you're here now. We can walk and talk.
Well, I mean, got halfway there, and then I was just like, well, how many times has he been to the station? Does he even know where he's going? Can he pull up a map? I don't even know anymore. So I thought we'd just come back and make sure you're all right. Still functioning, really. Good slices.
Would you be interested in hearing all of the hot goss?
What is a goss?
I knew it. That was for me. No, would you be interested in hearing what we spoke about? Or were you just waiting to make sure I was safe?
That's what I was doing. I thought you were gonna come back unlimbed again.
I kind of just wanted to hear what was going on. I won't lie to you.
I also wanted to hear.
I appreciate your honesty. Well, I spoke to Slice about acquiring some of the android parts for myself, and he told me that they were not for sale. They were already earmarked for someone else, and my previous assumption or deduction was incorrect. And I believe that Slice and I, in the future, may have dealings with each other to the benefit of both of us. And I owe that to you. So I am in your debt. Thank you very much.
Oh, let me write that down. In debt.
So you two will be bonded then?
Oh, already?
I'm not sure how it... Not the way Titanites bond, I assure you, but a more intangible bond, yes. Friendship.
Oh. That's great.
Unless I am mistaken, do Titanites bond? Well, how do Titanites bond? Is it a ceremony, or is it just another word for friendship?
Oh, well, it can come in many forms, but normally it is one of ceremony, something to be celebrated, and something that will transcend many conflicts, many issues, years.
Well,
Yep.
I hope that one day, when we are closer, perhaps, we all may experience a Titanite bonding together.
Oh.
I could grow some sacks, and then we can make some for the human. Make one for you.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Oh.
One thing at a time.
Very complicated.
I
Never
am,
mind, I'll think about designs for the sacks.
I must confess, I am exceedingly curious to see what your ideas are for the eyeball hybrid that you have planned.
No, don't you worry. It will be very exciting for everyone.
I have to admit, I'm a little scared.
It did sound kind of creepy, but I'm really excited about it anyway.
Fear is an appropriate response sometimes.
Well, I'm going to check on Barry. Not that he needs checking on, but he does. So,
So, before you do that piece,
yes.
how bad is that debt that you guys are in? Or is it just him?
We are paying it down. My,
Is there a lot to go?
actually, real quick, Wack, we paid it off, right?
So you do have the debt covered if you give up.
Oh,
all
we
the
haven't
cred.
paid it off yet.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to pressure you into how you decide to spend your cred.
No, it's not just my credit. It has to be Barry's too. How much we owe? It looks like
You
we still owe
two.
2 debt.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know because I remember it being on the sheet.
Yeah, I think.
No.
I think
We
Barry
wiped
cleared
out
it already.
Yeah, we cleared it. We cleared our 2 debt because we got 4
We
for the
did
job.
pay it at the end, yes.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay. So, excuse me. Retcon, please. We are actually currently, I just hope it lasts for as long as it can, debt free at the moment.
Oh,
Actually, we
correction,
are even
you're
in the
in debt.
black currently.
No, correction. You're in debt with me. You stated it, and I made sure that I notated it this time. Only I don't do that. So, you're in debt with
not-
me by 1 cred.
It was witnessed.
It's a bargain. It's a trade. This is going down.
There
Code.
was no discussion on the price of owing you, but it is generally accepted that a favor owed, a favor repaid. So, if you need a favor from me, then I will repay you there.
You put a price on friendship? Oh,
No, you did.
you're correct. It's 1 cred. Now we discussed it. Witnessed?
We did not agree to it, though. If that is the case, I take back my debt from you.
Oh, you can't do that.
code. So,
Oh, yes, I can. I just did.
sometimes when people say, "Oh, I owe you one," that's just a figure of speech. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where they're grateful to you for an experience or something you did for them, but they're not actually trying to pay you back. They're going to keep it in mind and probably act a little bit nicer or do something for you down the road, but that's not a contract.
But I wrote it down.
Right, but did
Right.
he sign it?
Verbally.
No.
There is something elusive about the way that humans speak. You do not always mean what you say. You have all of these strange ways to go about what you are trying to communicate.
I did not lie. I said I owe you one. That is
Right.
open-ended. It could be
Oh.
interpreted, at best it's ambiguous. What I meant was, thank you for your help. Should you need my help in the future, I shall endeavor to try to help you as well.
Oh, so it's still a trade. The bargain is still set. And that's acceptable.
You want to look at it like that, then yes, I suppose it is. But
Great.
you don't get to set the terms. You ask, and I see if I can comply.
Thank you. Notated.
You are a very good negotiator, Peace.
Thank you very much. Your smile is coming along nicely. It's getting closer.
Thank you. I'm practicing.
I have been told that it is by upturning the corners of your mouth, but mostly it's in the eyes.
Oh,
Think about that.
I was told it was in the teeth.
That's part of it. The other part is there are muscles on either side of your ocular cavities. When they contract, they pull your eyes upward. I believe it's called smizing.
That looks really good, Code. Yeah.
Elated.
What?
You do that at the same time. Smile and tell someone that you're... how you feel. I'd rather
me
just
show you.
touch
Let me-
someone
let me-
and deliver the message.
Let me display the difference. This is without using your eye muscles. And this is with using your eye muscles. Very, very slight difference. But there is one. I
have
can
to
give
work
you
on
some
it.
reading material. Perhaps some pictures would help.
You gotta move the jaw, like the lower jaw back a little bit. Uh-huh.
Yeah?
No, a little too far, a little too far.
It's a common misconception that you have to show your teeth when you are smiling.
Oh,
I would advise in your case, Code, that you do not.
serrated teeth aren't valued?
It can be judged incorrectly. Try first with the mouth closed, and then, as the next step, work your way up to the mouth open or the lips open to expose your teeth.
That looks
Very
good.
good. Very good. Please, Code, Vertigo, both look at Eden right now. She has it. I would change nothing. That's a smile.
But what you
She
guys
does
were
it
doing
quite often.
was... See? You see the difference?
In predatory circles, that would be taken as a sign of aggression, baring your teeth. I was going to say, Code, with the way you were showing your teeth, you looked like you wanted to eat me. You do not want
Possible.
to eat me, do you?
Hey, you don't have flesh to tear off. I've
Then
never
you're giving
tried
the
metal
wrong
before.
signals.
Oh,
Then by showing your teeth at this present time, you're giving the wrong signals. So like I said, start with lips closed, work your way up to lips open. We can work together as we cohabitate.
Do you think that human Barry can do all of these things as well with us?
Barry is.
Not very
He takes-
happy.
He takes a while to warm up, but once he does, he is one of the most genuine, loyal, caring people I've ever had the pleasure of associating with. But you have to speak his language before he opens up to you. I'm trying to speak to you without idioms, and I'm finding it quite difficult.
You are doing very well.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of him, you want to go back and we'll check on him?
I honestly just assumed we were walking and talking the whole time.
You
I
absolutely are.
Okay.
I want to go check on my ship. I heard it was
Oh,
going through some things, and I feel bad. I might need to resubmit my biosignature towards it and see if it rejects it or not, because I kind of heard it.
Where is your ship?
It's being currently worked on in the Titanite Bay.
Well, perhaps.
Hmm.
I think that it would behoove you to take Eden with you, since Eden is so proficient in the smiling.
Oh. Are you... Oh, maybe that will work. You get to see more of, well, our side. Even though the Titanites there may not be too traditional, but you'll get to see a ship, how it's grown in biological matter, how it's reconstructed.
that sounds good to me.
And if it lashes out.
Oh,
I would like to return to the ship so I can begin growing the sacks.
Oh. Alrighty.
I kind of pull I pull Vertigo aside. He won't try and eat any of us, will he?
Yeah, I cannot guarantee anything. I have eaten someone before myself.
I hope they deserved it. And I hope they were delicious.
I do not remember.
Well, I'll leave you to go to your ship. Is anyone coming back to the Molly with me? Excellent. I don't know which one of us you want to follow, Whack.
Yeah. So I guess Code. Are you said you're going to check on your ship, Eden? Are you going with Code?
yeah, I'm going with him.
Okay. All right. Let's follow Code and Eden then.
Okay. Oh, and before I go, I just want to I think that little exchange with Slice. Do you think that counts as the downtime activity that I said before, the long-term goal of taking down Stacy Dryberg, or
Yes.
is that something that's
definitely.
upcoming? Okay. So that can account for those two segments?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. All right.
So, Code, you and Eden go to the designated hangar that Slice told you your ship was being repaired. When you arrive, you can see various parts all about, and there's some evidence of some work that's been done. You can see that there's one mechanic that's there right now, kind of looking over the ship, with a manifest of some kind in hand.
All
Do you
right.
think that's somebody we could talk to about this?
Possibly. I think this is a good time for you to teach you some Titanite. Would you like to learn? Hey,
Yes.
so, for what I've witnessed, you just walk up to a human and say stuff directly. But with us, show a sign of respect, especially as someone working on something for you or more importance, which we typically place a lot of people we don't know. You just say, Sanu.
Sanu?
It's like saying hello. And nice to meet you. You follow up with a formal says is Et Dani.
And what is that? What does that come up?
Right after you say Sanu, or if they say Sanu back.
Oh, so you just open up. You don't say it as one string of
Not necessarily.
words?
You could if they are just not receptive. But if they are,
and what
you
is
say
what is
Sanu.
and what does Edani mean?
It's more like good to know you, good to see you, nice to meet you,
Oh, okay.
or even nice to eat you. You can say it to your delicacies as well, Edani.
Oh, like when you're eating food?
More
Edani.
so thinking. But it's also in the way you say it, Edani. It's more like you're a prey, and I thank you for the nourishment. But Edani, to someone, they won't take it as such.
Oh, so it's just about the intent behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Do you
So
want to
you-
practice?
You want me to go up to them and do that? Oh,
You
what
see?
if? What if?
That means yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, what am I asking them though about your shit? Are you gonna take over the conversation after I say hi?
But you just introduce yourself.
Okay.
Remember? Sanu, and then Edani.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to this person with the clipboard. Sanu.
Excuse me? There's a woman that turns around, looking at you a bit strangely.
Edani.
Oh. Sanu? I'm sorry, I'm new to this whole tight night thing. I just arrived on the station recently.
Oh,
Did I
that's
do that
okay.
right?
Okay, well, he just taught me, so
Sanu.
yes.
What can I do for you?
He's got his ship being worked on. Go on, Code.
Oh yes. I
This is
am
your
Ezra. Ezra Ahil. Should be registered.
Yes, I've been speaking to Slice about it. There are a lot of components on this ship that I'm not quite familiar with.
I thought that he was going to have. Interesting. I assume I'm talking to a human.
You are, in fact, speaking to a human, yes. She's probably a bit younger, maybe in like early 20s. She's obviously like a little unfamiliar with low gravity, just sort of like hopping around a little bit. You can tell the difference. For you, this is very comfortable. You know, it's not 0G, but it's not exactly Earth gravity or what have you, or Mars. So she's kind of like fumbling around with some tools and stuff. And you can see various lists of things on a manifest. She's got like a sort of like the equivalent of like an iPad kind of thing going on. And you can see various things are written notes and whatnot on there. A lot of question marks. It just looks like strange Earth symbols to you. Yeah, this person's pretty young. They're obviously a bit unfamiliar with the biological components of the ship for sure.
Interesting. I see that you've gotten down to the biological matter.
Well, yes, I can fix most of the mechanical issues, but I'm not exactly very familiar with the biological stuff. There was a lot of bleeding. I called one of the medical personnel aboard the ship, aboard the station to come and handle that. Frankly, I didn't really know what I was doing there.
Oh no. 1 second, and I run up to it and I kind of lay on it, kind of like in Jurassic Park. Just yes. I know. I'm so. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it's not happy.
Yeah. I tried to be as gentle as I could, repairing the various mechanical damage. There was a lot of damage, by the way, especially in the nose of the ship. Yeah, you kind of smacked it right into the landing pad.
That was... Alright, well, first things first, I have to, probably redo my biosignature, and if that goes through well, the mechanical parts can be repaired. It'll be calmed in a dormant state, and then we might have to get Alora in here to look at the complications and maybe relay some information to... Do you have any Titanite medical teams?
We do. That was the doctor that came by. That's why there's no blood.
Oh, fantastic.
There was a lot of blood on the landing pad.
Oh.
I think it was blood.
They're so of.
Anyway, the mechanical components are all taken care of. But the biological components are going to take a little while to fix, I think.
Understandable. Is there a time frame?
Probably a week or two.
Okay, maybe I'll try to reconnect my biosignature then. Right now it's rejecting me.
Oh. Maybe it just needs some time to cool off. You know?
I hope so.
What's her name?
Oh, Sarah. I don't even know if it likes it. I never asked it.
Oh.
Never really asked it anything. I just kind of just attached a bunch of parts to it and watched it grow alone. Because I wasn't allowed to. It's almost, as you put in terms, illegal to do what I did.
Well, if it's any consolation, I don't really think anyone's going to put up a fuss about it. There's a lot of Titanites that modify their ships.
Okay. That's good. Well, I'll come back in the time frame you have allowed for me to keep Osir here. And if everything's okay, I'll try to reconnect my biosignature with Alora here. Maybe she can calm it. And Eden, maybe you can too. Because multiple Titanites using the touch could possibly help manipulate the biological matter.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I'm gonna get back to work. I have a few other ships to work on too. So, nice to meet you.
Don Nemo.
Oh, what does that mean?
I don't know the response to that yet. But my name is Lenora.
It means nice to meet you as well.
Oh. What was it again? Don.
Donnie.
Donnie.
Yes. Amazing.
It's a lot, but hopefully I'll pick it up soon.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah, so good luck with whatever it is you're doing. I'll get back to work.
Good luck with whatever it is you're doing.
Thank you.
Have a look at that other politician ship.
I'm not done showing my emotions.
Did she say it was a politician ship?
Huh?
You heard that, right?
I did.
Is she starting to head over to that ship that she's talking about working on?
Yeah, this is a smaller hangar. You can tell she's gathering up some tools and whatnot. It's about to leave.
And what does that ship look like that she's
you
moving
can't
towards?
see it from here. She's not. This is a smaller hangar. It's just got Code's ship here.
Ah, okay.
All right. You ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You know, if you're ever curious about something, you can always ask to touch.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
Or you can warm your way up to them and then touch them.
Oh.
Seems to
It
work
feels
really
kind of
well.
violating, you know?
Mhm.
I mean, I did it to
even-
that fella, but
Well, I think there's different ways you can go about it. You see, there's 3 levels of touch. Maybe you're only experiencing one. But there is the shallow touch, where you can get some. Everyone's different for what they pull. And there's the intermediate one, where it kind of sends signals. And there's the deep touch, where it's a little bit more intrusive, seductive, intimate.
oh. Interesting.
Has different effects. Some people says it feels like they're bleeding from the inside out.
On the
Some people say
receiving
it feels
side.
warm.
Very interesting. And I'm assuming with the deep touch, you get a lot more information, right?
Well, there are others that are known to be able to do some forbidden things, but I'm not allowed to talk about it. I mentor. We should maybe get back.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Back to the ship.
I'm interested in seeing what type of sacks that she's going to be
Oh,
placing.
I know. It's very exciting.
Meanwhile, back aboard Molly.
Barry? Sir?
You goddamn biscuit eating, nut blasting, spanner dropping son of a bitch! What?
Troubles?
Well, no, that strut was slightly off.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, what, you see, I'm reinforcing some of the hull after we got too close to them asteroids.
oh, yes, sir. I'm sure it's far too technical for me to understand. No need to explain.
No. God damn it. Now, I'm just reinforcing the hull piece. And just that strut was out of line, and I needed to make sure it was in its place.
Very well. So I went to see the contact that the Titanites had for the android parts, and I was able to have a very pleasant conversation with Slice themselves.
Who's Slice again?
He's the android contractor that hired them to find the parts.
Huh. All right.
Well-
So you met up with him?
Yes, I did.
You're not in debt to another person, are you?
No, I am not.
Oh, God.
I will refrain from saying anything disparaging about you, sir. I will just let you assume what I was going to say and leave it at that.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. All right.
But I believe that there is a budding friendship happening. Slice and I had a very nice conversation about the android parts and who the android parts are for. Associates of his. He wouldn't go into detail as is expected, but the android parts were stolen by Landry, as we've deduced, to go to the Human First movement, and I found out that Slice is no friend to the Human First movement, as one might assume.
Hey, all right.
So, if there's any jobs that he has for me, I just wanted to give you a heads up in case he contacts me.
yeah, all right.
And I would appreciate a discussion if he were to need my services.
I mean, if he's gonna hire us to do essentially a bounty for him, I don't really care who's paying. Shit.
Yes, sir. if it's both of us. But if it's just me, I hope that you can do without me for whatever time it requires.
Well, that'd be less than ideal, but I mean,
What I'm asking you, Barry, is if we continue to associate with the Titanites,
right. Right.
are you going to shoot them?
Not only if they intentionally break my ship and unintentionally break it and then don't fix it.
They've already done that, sir.
Wait, they broke more things?
No, but previously.
I think we got that resolved, I hope. I thought.
I
mean,
hope so too, sir. That's why I bring it up. I just want to make sure that you are doing your best to see things from their point of view.
Yeah, their point of view is they wanted to steal my ship and then didn't think it was stealing.
Yes, sir.
And
They are.
they still seem to be on that side.
They are. Their culture and their way of doing things is quite foreign, and I'll admit, a bit exhausting.
Yeah. Listen, I'll meet them halfway, but they gotta fucking try something outside of just telling me I owe them things. That they can just do anything on my ship after stealing, trying to, and then breaking shit, and then.
Funny that you mentioned that, sir. I made the mistake of saying I owe them one for introducing me to Slice, and of course they took it to a extreme end, and I had to talk them down and explain to them that what the meaning of owing them one actually stands for. So be aware in the future.
Yeah,
They might write it down and consider you in a life contract if you say anything of the sort.
I mean, if they ain't trying to that's the situation where there might be a slip of my trigger finger. Just sometimes happens, you know. I'm not terribly trained or nothing.
I wanted to
Definitely not.
discuss with you the dissemination of funds from our joint bounties. It
Right,
seems
we didn't get another call
conveniently-
from Dakota, right?
No, I did not, sir. It seems conveniently and serendipitously that we all, as a group, earned 10 credits or 10 creds total, which means that all of us, for our joint tasks, get 2 creds apiece. We used one of our creds each to pay off our debt.
Right.
I'm going to suggest, and I would like it if you would back me up, but I'm going to suggest when the Titanites get back that we all take one of our creds and put it into a group fund. And this group fund will be used to pay for ship repairs, meals, and other expenses along the way.
You realize that you and I'll be just flat broke
Sir,
if we do that.
we not many days ago, we were less than flat broke. We owed, and now we do not, sir.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, and then if there's anything that comes up that we need to deal with, we can dip into the mutual funds.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to display the benefit to them of doing this group pooling of money.
Right.
I hope that
Aren't they all about
I can
communal
get
living and
through.
things? Wouldn't they maybe understand that better than anything else?
yes,
Do they
sir,
communally live? Maybe. Or do they
would
just
assume
pop
that
out of
they
a sack and
would
swim up
understand the idea of sharing resources, but I feel that Code is going to be the one that's going to present the most difficulty. He is so
obstinate,
analytical, straightforward, no nuances to his speech.
annoying.
Call it what you will, sir. He takes everything literally, and I find it troublesome.
Frustrating?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that I can explain it to him in a way that he'll understand.
Maybe explain it to the to the doctor one or the whatever she is.
That might be a
Eden.
good idea. Maybe I should take one of them aside
Yeah.
and, like I have done you, and ask for them to assist me in communicating with code.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Very human.
Vertigo Titanite.
I have installed the sacks in the water closet, so please do not touch them.
No, wait,
which is
what?
important.
You did
If you
what?
touch them, they will explode.
We
Need
only
about
have
5
one
hours.
bathroom.
Thank you. Goodbye.
We have one
Fuck! Maybe don't talk to that one. maybe talk to Eden instead and have her talk to the doctor to remove. We have one bathroom.
I will attempt to discuss
Don't touch
that
it,
with her.
it'll explode. What the hell
could-
she put in my bathroom?
I could offer her my closet where I...
That would be
Repower.
weirdly, I'd appreciate that more. I
But
just
sir-
got new linoleum in there.
But sir, you remember that the discussion we had about me powering up and going into low maintenance mode just anywhere. You said, I believe it's creepy as shit.
Yeah, it is. But you know what's more creepy? Fucking exploding sacks in my bathroom.
Agreed, sir. I will
Okay.
attempt to initiate the trade of rooms.
Thank you. All right. Maybe I should reinforce that closet so if something explodes, it won't hurt anything. All right.
I walk away and I go to the bathroom.
I am behind a closed door. You can see my feet beneath the slat. There are strange squelchy noises. Squawk, squawk, squawk.
Is there like a bell or anything, or is it just a knock that I would ask
It'd
if the
just be a
bathroom's
knock.
occupied?
I don't think there's a bell on the bathroom.
Definitely not.
Okay. I don't know. It's future. I don't know. Maybe you envisioned it with like a Star Trek, like Tom, you know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I tap on the door.
The door slides open.
Hello.
Pulsating cores of what appear to be fleshy, veiny sacks are currently hanging from the ceiling. There are about 5 of them. Oh, hello.
You
What
were
can I
quick-
do for you?
quickly, don't you? Well, I was just speaking to Barry, and there is only one bathroom on this ship. While I personally do not have to use it, I assume that all biologicals might find themselves in here from time to time and be uncomfortable around these sacks. So, I propose a deal.
There's a drip from like one of the sacks. It lands on the linoleum, and you see like a.
Yes?
Well, I suppose it's best if we speak quickly then. I have a closet that I recharge in. Barry has designated that as my room. I am offering you my room for your experiments and for these sacks so that people may use the bathroom or view the bathroom as a neutral ground where no one has ownership of it. Everyone may come and go as they please from this room as many times or as often as needed. But the
What was
closet, I offer it to you. It will be your closet. You can have a lock on it. You can have whatever you'd like. But you need to move out of the bathroom. I will help you move these sacks as they are ruining... Oh, they are ruining Barry's linoleum, and he is going to... Well, I don't know the Titanite word for lose their shit, but that's what he is going to do.
Pooping?
No, he's going to get angry that you are ruining his linoleum.
Black, you can't laugh like that. You can't. Unfortunately, we will not be able to move the sacks for about 2 hours. They will literally explode all over the bathroom, and there might not be a floor. But once they are transportable, I certainly would love to occupy your closet.
Then I task you, in the meantime, while these sacks need to be unmolested, that you find something that is impervious to the drippings coming from said sacks, so they don't ruin his linoleum, because he is very particular about many things on this ship. If it looks weird, or shiny, or furry, or out of place, I suppose, those are his treasured items. And you wouldn't want people ruining your treasured items. So find a tarp, a blanket, something to cover the linoleum in the meantime, please.
I begin to take off my clothes and lay them out on the ground.
Okay, that will do for now.
Thank you. It will be about 2 hours, I think.
Also, in the future, before you start taking over areas of the ship or assuming things, it is common human custom to ask permission when you're in somebody else's property, and this is the property, Molly herself is the property of Barry. So it would be good for everyone on this ship if you would just ask. I will help you negotiate the terms, but before you do, ask.
Very well.
Thank you.
Then I will do so in every possible way I can, moving forward.
Okay. Lastly, what is in the sacks?
Oh, well, currently they are full of fluid. These are very important for the developmental process of the sacks. They give them their integrity. They are a bit volatile, and the sacks are very squishy currently. They are vulnerable and very sensitive, so they must remain untouched for now.
What are they used for?
For the bonding.
I thought we came to a different... You know what? It's okay. As long as they're gone in 2 hours from this room, then I have no problem with your bonding sacks. I wish you well, and I hope the experiment, or I hope the... I don't know what you'd call it. The growth comes to fruition satisfactorily.
Thank you, Peace.
I'm going to go inform Barry that I have attempted to protect his linoleum and relocate you. Thank you for your compliance. As always, it is a pleasure to speak with you.
Goodbye. I close the door.
Sir,
Yeah.
she has informed me that the sacks will be relocated as soon as they are able, which she also informed me it would take 2 hours. So, if you could stand that, and also, I took measures to protect your linoleum. There might be a spot or two that might need repair or replaced, but largely I caught it before any large damage was done. Also, sir, you might see a naked Titanite running around. That is because in order to protect the linoleum, she used her own clothing. but
that's
she's
good.
agreed to move her experiments into my domicile, and I will endeavor to find a place that I can recharge that won't give you nightmares, I suppose.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice. At the very least, just don't do what you used to do, which is stand directly next to my bunk looking at me. Because that was one of the worst things to wake up to ever. I
sir, we've
still wake
discussed
up
this.
sometimes seeing that.
Sir, we've discussed this. I was trying to be friendly. I was monitoring your heart rate, making sure your breathing was rhythmic, and that you did not require your CPAP.
Yeah, and remember what happened when I woke up? You remember? You said, "Oh, you have elevated shit and giggles." I don't remember what it was. It was something like that.
Yes, I do remember that. I didn't use those exact words, of course, but I remember.
Yeah.
It would all be just easier if we consolidated our sleeping into the same bed, sir.
You don't even. What?
Sir,
Do you see how
relax.
wide those bunks are?
I am joking, sir. Relax.
That one, I just missed that one. All right, that was a bit of a strike. Not bowling, different terms, different sports.
Sir, I understand idioms. You're getting
Fuck.
used to explaining things to the Titanites.
Oh,
Trust me, I understand.
yeah. We're gonna need a new job soon. Oh, when they get back, we'll have to discuss it. Well, you'll have to discuss. You'll find Eden. You'll talk to her about that. We'll pool the funds. We'll do all that. We need to get a new job. I'm getting a little itchy. Did you see some of the new installations I got? I got a couple of panic buttons dumped in here with the whole things. It should. We're in a pinch. It should help a little bit.
What do they do, sir?
Well, that one ends up putting a bit of a smoke screen out. And yes, before you answer, it is because I overload a tiny bit of the engine to make it kind of sputter, but it works. That's mostly it, actually.
Crash?
Yeah, Eden. What can I do you for?
Are we good to come in?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just I just didn't want to walk in on anything strange, you know.
Well, I'm working on the ship. What you think I've been doing?
Well, I mean, Keith mentioned that you watch those mating ritual videos, so
It's just
There was a lot of
complicated. Aren't
smacking
you
going
half?
on and banging.
That's
I grew up in
it.
a lab. How do you expect me to know this kind of stuff?
I don't know. How'd you? You know what?
All right, we're coming in.
Yeah. Door's unlocked.
I believe they stopped along the way to reacquire or inquire about Code Ship. Oh. Hello. Welcome back. How was your journey?
Kind of pleasant.
Yeah. His ship needs a little bit more time. So,
Good way to put it.
How much more time you think?
Well, about a week. That's just for the biological part. Then it comes the bio syncing, and then I have to get Alora down there to see if she can calm it. It might take a dual effort from Eden and Alora. It's quite
You
rejecting.
don't just talk sweetly at it and then it purrs? That's an idiom. That's
Better
shit.
than beating on it until it purrs, as I heard that you do. But I can't do that to mine because it can lash out.
Right.
You're more than welcome to come down during the process to see how biological matter can work with old tech.
I don't think I want more justifications for you.
It's no longer bleeding.
And I think that just proved my point.
yeah, it was all cleaned up when we got there.
Goody.
It might be educational for you, sir.
I got enough education.
Of course,
Sure.
You can
So?
always learn more.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit,
Point of
do you
order.
still-
Before anyone has to use the facilities, the bathroom,
yeah.
I would advise you to wait, if you can, for the next 2 hours, because
2
Vertigo is in there.
hours.
Vertigo is in there playing with her sacks and
Oh,
her bonding sacks.
She's already
And she
constructed
is
bonding
advised-
sacks. She moves fast.
Yes, she does. She has advised us that if they are to be moved before 2 hours is complete, there could be explosive problems.
How is
So-
what I say weird, and then you can just say she's playing with her bonding sacks, and no one bats a damn eyelash?
Well, because they are
Why, no.
tight-knit, sir. This is common to them.
But
It's common to
Little
them, but then
alarm.
things that are common to me are apparently weird.
Well, sir, there is not another human on board.
Yeah, you're basically human.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, I'm
sacks must
half.
be.
Is that
Appreciate
fair?
you.
Oh.
You already said you grew up in a lab. You've cut yourself out of that one.
That's fair.
How large were the sacks?
Well, she's in the bathroom now. Feel free to check them out with your own eyes.
All right. I'll be back.
Don't blow them up, please, God.
Don't worry. It's only if we move it. It shouldn't
Then don't!
prevent acidic secretions much longer.
Oh God, my linoleum.
What does the sack have to do with your linoleum?
Apparently, it damages my linoleum.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
So, Eden, I'm glad I have a moment with you.
yeah.
Barry and I were discussing, and I wanted to bring you in on this because I and Barry both have a bit of trouble when trying to communicate our ideas or, well, basically anything with code especially, but to a smaller extent, Vertigo. And it seems like you would be the perfect go-between for that. So my proposition is we made, as a group, for both bounties, 10 credits in total. Now, there are 5 of us, so that means 2 credits go to each of us. I suggested to Barry, and he agreed, and I was hoping you could agree and possibly support my idea when I bring it up to the other 2, that we all take each 1 credit and put it into a group fund that we use for group things, such as ship repair, meals, maintenance, that kind of thing. Medical supplies.
Doors being fallen off.
no,
Doors
that would
being
alleviate
fallen
the
off.
pressure of it just being out of one person's pocket for sure. That makes sense.
I may have not expressed to you this before, but I am exceedingly glad that you're on this ship with us because it is... I hesitate to say frustrating, but I think you understand. To
Yeah,
communicate
you just have to
with.
be very literal.
A communication barrier is quite the hurdle, and I'm not used to it.
Right.
So thank you.
Of course. I mean, I'm still learning a lot about tight knit culture as well. So I understand that it's a little bit of a difficult leap from growing up in a lab with humans or living primarily with humans or being programmed to learn and know about human speech. But once you get the hang of how to, move around, dance around them with words, it gets a lot easier. It does. I promise.
I don't know how to dance.
You have
Do
one
you
of them
see what I am
module
saying
chips.
now? Do you see what I am
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Oh, so, yeah, 1 each from the group fund. So that would be 2 per person and then 1 each for the group fund. That's fine.
Excellent.
We're gonna need some work soon though. Eeh.
Yeah, I got some ideas there.
Well, no need to rush. We do have
Nah.
things we need to that require our attention, I'm sure, before we get settled down. And also the maybe overlooked idea of us continuing to travel together.
I kind of just gave up.
Is that so?
Yeah. I mean, she already put her sacks in the damn ship, and he's attached to so many mouths in different places. I don't even know what to do with it.
Well,
I lean over
those...
to Eden. That's as close as you're going to get to saying he likes you.
Yes, okay. Well, Barry, you know what the point of those bonding sacks is, right?
No, I have no idea what they're supposed to be for. I just heard they're sacks, they're sensitive, don't touch them gently, they end up pulsating. I have no idea.
Well, it's because they want to bond with you two.
Come again?
They'd like to bond with both of you, as in, it's there are different levels of bonds. I don't know the whole, everything about it, but it's not as creepy and weird as you think. Well, maybe it is. I mean, they're sacks for bonding, so it is a little bit creepy.
Yeah, that apparently melt linoleum.
Are we going to jump in the sack with them?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'm not exactly certain how the bonding ritual goes, but that's what those sacks are for.
Ritual? What, we end up calling up the Beelzebub?
It's not religious, silly.
Well, then what the hell's a ritual in this case?
Well, I mean, perhaps, I guess, from an outside perspective, you could see it as religious, but it's very much just within their culture, and very much within the species as a whole and how they coexist with each other and what have you. Again, I don't know all of the logistics behind it, but you should ask them.
Yeah, I'd like to hear whatever the hell that is before it happens, before I agree, before I do anything that involves a sack and bonding in that context.
That would be wise, sir.
Yeah.
Because not all of Titanite and human relations, there's not an extensive library of knowledge of this, and we wouldn't want you getting pregnant, sir.
Oh, I think you'd make such a cute mommy, though. I mean, you've got the hair for it, right?
Sorry,
Sir?
I think I just shut down for a second there.
It appears so, sir. Maybe.
No, I ain't getting no pregnancy whatsoever. I avoided that in general on the other side. It's not happening to me. No, I've seen that movie too many times, and it's just no. It always pops out, and then you die.
Is there
Makes it feel any better? You can't get pregnant because Titanites and humans can't normally procreate.
Is there an area on the ship that, like, a table that we all can gather around, or like a common area?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, there's a little crew area right in the next room next to the bunks.
Yeah, it's our mess, right?
Yeah. Where the kitchen is. It's like a kitchen table. This.
Okay. Do you say it's a mess, or is it?
Yeah.
A mess hall.
Like
the
crew
mess. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mess,
I get it.
yeah.
I was like, I was gonna go clean it before we had anything in there. Like, if it's a mess, I'll go clean it. But okay.
I think
now that I know that.
I think Alora and Eden are sitting in the mess right now.
Okay.
Or code. Okay.
I will hit the intercom on Molly. I propose that we have a ship-wide meeting in the mess hall in 5 minutes. I hope you can all meet me there. Thank you.
Let's get messy.
Oh, perfect. I'm just in the process of taking my clothes off.
What?
See you soon.
That's a good place for us to take our break. We're going to take just a few minutes to take a break, everybody. I can't believe half the episode is over already.
What the
My
fuck
God.
was this episode?
hilarious. I was dying the whole time off screen.
Oh my! I was
The
crying. I had to
whole
redo
time.
my makeup. Oh my god! Fucking
So
stop.
funny, so good.
Oh
We're gonna
my
take a
God,
few minutes
dude.
to let everybody take a quick break. And if you haven't done so, please make sure you're following all these wonderful people. Head on over to tablestory.tv/100club, no spaces or anything, and go follow them. If you want to make sure you're following Tablestory, we're Tablestory on Twitch, YouTube, and at a Tablestory on Twitter. And come hang out on our Discord, tablestory.tv/Discord. Come hang out with people that are watching the different shows that we do. We've got people looking for groups for TTRPGs. So if you've been trying to get an online game going or something, it's a good place to try it out. Find some people to play with. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight for more 100 Club. We'll be back.
All right, peace. So you said they're meeting in the mess.
Yes, sir. You're staring, sir.
Yeah, because I ain't seen one up close like that before.
I'm
Just in
gonna
videos.
just take this.
It looks like it's more than one, sir.
Well, yeah. Why is he naked? Why? I heard the reason as to why you'd be naked. Why is he naked?
Well, I didn't want her to feel alone. And we're meeting, so we should all be naked. It's more comfortable in the flesh. Would you like to see what I'm made of?
Nah, not today.
No. Brain check then.
Hey, how the hell does he know that?
Wow.
Did you? Huh.
He
He was
used an
off is
idiom.
curious about what we look like and what we have. I might as well get it out of the way early.
I guess.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and show.
No, that's.
I think it would make the humans the human and the android more comfortable if we met with our clothes on.
Usually common courtesy unless there's more things happening later, which frankly I'm not really in the mood for that.
They're very modest and self-conscious.
Interesting.
Speak for yourself.
Does this make you uncomfortable, our nakedness?
I don't really care.
That was a
Well
lot,
done.
sir.
Yeah, his eye twitched when he lied.
He
I
might.
care a little bit. It's gonna be distracting, is maybe a better phraseology for it.
We were made quite
Remember-
practical.
Remember, sir, when I told you that when I used to watch over you while you slept, I could sense your heart rate and your breathing?
I know what you can and can't do, Peace. Yes, I remember.
Anyway.
Uh-huh.
To business.
Yeah.
Clothed or unclothed, it matters not to me. I wanted to bring up the topic of the payments that we both receive for our bounties. It seems that all of us, together as a group, have received 10 cred chips. So that means there will be no need to split up each of our ends, as long as you can split yours between you amicably. 2 creds each is what it comes down to. Now, my proposal is that we create a group fund, meaning 1 cred from each of us goes into a pool or gets grouped together, and we use that pool for group needs, such as food, ship repairs, expenses, anything that we all need to pay as a group if we're going to continue to be one on this ship. And I want to know if that's agreeable to each of you. I will go first. I pull out my cred chip and I put it on the middle of the table. I want you to know that that cred chip represents every cent, every piece of money that I own, other than I suppose, walking around money. I am almost broke, but I think this is important, so I'm putting that into the pool.
Yeah. Barry tosses his. Same.
Well,
What do you two think?
we're splitting it between us three, so I can make this easy. Transfer. Now you can do whatever you want to do. So we're placing one in. Why don't we do it? Well, there's plenty of chips over there in that container.
What the hell is he talking about?
I'm not
We
sure.
make one.
Oh, yes. Yes, once all of the creds have been put in together, then I was suggesting that we put it in our ship's vault
Yeah,
as
we got a
one
vault.
as one cred.
Okay. And that's just to
Well-
make sure we've all got food and everything else that we need, take care of the ship.
Fuel
etc.
for the
Yes.
ship, repairs.
Anything that
etc.
is shared by us as a group, meaning the ship is shared by us as a group, food is shared by us, all of us, and so on and so forth.
Ship
And
is shared by us? Excellent. I've been wanting to make some modifications.
Nope. That's a
That's
different
another-
discussion.
that is another thing that we will bring up. So did Code put like all three of your guys' end on one chip?
Yes.
So I grabbed the cred chip with 3 and I'll bury in mine, and I take them and I'm assuming that we have something on the ship that doubles like as or that counts as a vault. That
Stash.
yeah.
Yeah, you have the equivalent of some kind of a vault, yes. It's usually meant as a temporary space. You generally want to you have your own stashes wherever they may be. And your stash in the game is mechanically like something you don't have quick access to. And the stuff that you have on you or on the ship is meant to be quick access.
Right. So the group fund would go into like the ship's character sheet under vault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will mark 4 creds. Whoopsies. I'll mark 4 creds in the vault. What does that line represent?
It's a good question. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up later.
And it says
Okay.
cred versus.
Oh, I
vault.
I honestly think it might represent. Wait, no.
Because you'd be able to mark them independently if your head was
Yeah.
headed
Yeah.
otherwise.
So, but that'd be 5 technically.
Yeah, it would be
'cause there's
5.
There's 5 of us.
One per each.
1
of
cred
us.
each.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I got it.
There we go. Okay. So the 5 creds are in the vault. And I, kind of like, like I honestly pictured kind of like a Ghostbusters, like ghost trap thing. I like plug them in and go, shh. Like, but it's probably not what happens. A little more high tech than that, but yeah. So we have our creds in our ship's vault. I put them in there and I come back and I sit down. Okay. Now for the next order of business. I would assume that by doing that, by pooling all of our group shares, our tithes, so to speak, that means that we have possibly non-verbally agreed to being a team. But I would like us to confirm that with each other verbally, and I will go first. I would love to have you all on this ship helping us with whatever bounties and sharing in all of the rewards. Better.
Yeah.
You are getting so much better. I'm proud of you. You have been working on it.
What about you, Barry?
Yeah, I'm gonna look away from them smiles while I say things that I'm gonna regret. Yeah, we can work together.
Yeah.
Just, I don't want anybody putting things on, in, grown, attached, licked, secreted upon, any sort of biological things without talking to myself a piece first. This is my ship first and foremost, and I think that needs to be respected. Look directly at Code. Would you like me, just as a hypothetical situation, installing things on your ship without telling you beforehand and just changing things? Maybe.
Sir, before
What?
you go on, that line of questioning is not going to end the way you want it to.
Is he going to say yes?
Probably, sir.
Please keep going.
Or maybe if I felt like just removing all the biological stuff from your ship without telling you. What'd you think of that?
I think that will be not good in your defense, because if you do that, you may, I don't know, lose a part of your body.
Right. I think that works. Sure. So let's say that applies to Molly as well, without talking to me first, eh?
Absolutely.
You might lose a part of your
I wouldn't
body.
dare remove something, but
Or
improving its
add.
workload.
Or add.
This is not the best way to establish the fact that we want to work together.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. Just talk to me first.
Let's bring it back to the beginning.
There's yelling.
Barry,
Hostility. Oh, I get
do
it.
you want to work with us?
He's built up.
I already said yes. Just
So you
ask
want
me.
to?
Want is a very, very strained phrase.
So Barry's a yes. I'm a
you.
yes. Eden.
Yes.
Eden is a yes. Thank you.
Oh, Barry, we're gonna have so much fun.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Well, I am going through the effort of growing the bonding sacks, so yes, I would love to be part of your team. And I hope that you will enjoy the bonding ceremony. It is very sacred to our people, and it will be the beginning of a very long and fortuitous relationship.
Possibly painful, but pain is always good. We look at it differently.
So are you a yes, Vertigo, then? Yes?
I am.
Excellent. Code, you're next.
Why, yes, of course. If Alora is staying here, I will be here too.
Excellent.
We're going to have a very long, enduring, and fun relationship. See? Hey.
So exciting. Okay,
He's been
so
working on his smile, Barry. Maybe you
I
should
have.
comment on it.
I'm using all
You
the
know
facial
what-
muscles.
Yeah.
I learned to the effort, but also talking while smiling.
And P, should I lie or not?
Say
he's
something
working
nice.
on it.
It's tiresome. Please compliment me.
You know what my mama said is if you don't have anything nice to say, you don't say
Take
anything
it
at
and
all,
say
P.
something nice.
You are trying.
There you go. Good job, Barry. You are trying as well.
Peace, I do not need you to patronize me.
I am not, sir. You are, and I appreciate it. Now, on to the next order of business. Well, two parts to this next order of business. Quarters and code ship. Now, this
Yeah.
is a ship with the capability of towing and or hauling another ship. But as we have previously discussed, Barry is the one who owns the ship. So we have to ask Barry. Barry,
Yes,
I
please.
think Code wants his ship to come with us if we sojourn out on another bounty. And I think that it would be beneficial to have a single ship, a single rider ship, or double, to navigate more treacherous places.
I can agree with that. I have no issues with that. The only issue I have is if we are towing back a bounty ship. Well, we couldn't tow easily at the same time, so that's fine. It's just it'd be that if we need to tow a ship, you'd be immediately flying that instead of getting towed.
Understandable.
All right. This bounty will take priority. That's just making that clear. We gotta earn our cred.
I'm sure with a little bit of time and effort, perhaps some ingenuity on Code's part, he might be able to figure out how to eliminate the hindrances that it would take to bring another ship along with us.
Yeah, I mean, if we could, not now, but we could even maybe get a cargo hold installed. It'd take a bit of work and a lot of cred, but we could look into something like that later. That's a different thought for another time.
My ship has very interesting capabilities.
I wonder if when we connect Code Ship to Molly, if Molly will view Code Ship as an offspring, a child of sorts.
Symbiotic connection will be amazing for Molly. She will enjoy it very much.
It will be interesting.
Yeah, that's a word I wouldn't use, but you can. God. All right, so that's resolved. How long is it going to take your ship to get repaired, Code?
1 week. Then we have to go through the biosignature.
1 week. Is that 1 week as in, is that mechanical repairs as well?
Mechanical repairs have been done. The biological matter on a sense takes a very special doctor.
Yeah. All right.
But you are more than welcome to come along once, well, the biosignature takes place. I think you would enjoy seeing what goes on. Or maybe even feeling.
Feeling, no, maybe observing. I'm curious to see how the hell that ship flies.
Very well.
What's the station we're on right now?
This is Great Ocean Station.
Okay. Now, is it a pretty big station?
Yes, it is.
That's okay.
It's a very big station. This station is the hub kind of Titanite and human interaction. So there's a lot of politicians that come through here. There's a lot of there's a lot of trade that happens through here. So yeah, this is a really big station.
Okay, so this is a place where we could like kill a week and a half and be okay. Like we wouldn't
definitely
just get bored to tears. Okay, cool. Well, I propose that while Code Ship is being repaired, that we have some R&R, rest and relaxation, or recreation. So make good of it. Make good use of the time that you have while we're here. Do what makes you happy, what makes you, or perhaps stuff that you can't do normally while out on a out on a job. And then once Code Ship is repaired, we all reconvene back here. And in the meantime, we hopefully find another bounty to add to the collection.
Yeah, that would be good.
Well, I was thinking, I am very curious about something because, well, though I know Eden, I don't know of Eden. First of all, why you chose the name. Second of all, your habitat.
Me?
Oh, yes.
Well,
I would like for you to show us more and tell us while we're there because, well, you're a phenomena. You are one of the most interesting things in the whole, well, Dark Sea.
Well, I chose the name Eden because the project that Dr. Aquarius was working on. I just like how it sounded. As for habitat, I mean, if we... Ooh, I don't know how she'd feel that I'm gone, though. Kind of didn't tell her. We could visit the lab at some point.
Great. So we should do it this week. Maybe she will be joyous that you've made new friends.
Maybe. I hope so. She's a very sweet woman.
This sweet woman could possibly help Barry out with his grabbing of his head constantly.
She does have quite good ways of managing her stress.
I've got great ways of managing my stress.
And we shall see that too. This is great.
Yeah.
Just,
bunks.
Oh yeah, go on. Sorry, my bad.
Bunks. Yeah, we do have them. Do y'all sleep laying down this time nights? Do you swim sleeping? What do you do for that?
Swim, sleeping. We can sleep many ways.
Usually we sleep together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the bunks aren't exactly big, but I don't care. I mean, you could share a bunk if you like. There's a few of them right down the hall. We have a bunk for everybody. So that could work, or you could be together. I don't care, but that bottom bunk points down the hallway, bottom left. That one's mine.
I would assume there's a captain's room. Is there not on this ship?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some curtains or something.
Just to clarify for everyone here, this ship is originally intended as a mining vessel.
Right.
Originally there was 3 mining lasers on it, 2 of which have been removed and replaced with the grappling hooks and weapons. But this is like a workhorse type ship that Barry has repurposed into a bounty hunting ship that Barry makes it work. Let's just say that.
And
Luxury,
Keith, where do you sleep?
not so much.
I'm sorry, what were you talking to me? I apologize.
Where do you normally sleep?
Well, yes, you weren't privy to that conversation, I don't believe. So Vertigo is cultivating her bonding sacks, and she started in the bathroom, and well, seems probably about 25 minutes from now we can move them into my former sleeping area. Can I see it from here, Whack? Like, can I point at it?
There's a door in between the galley / canteen and the bunks, but you would be able to if the door was open.
I get up.
Seen this closet or this door here. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I get up, and as I do, there's a squelchy, slimy sound as I get up from the seat, and I move over to the door and I open it.
Wait a minute. There's a squelchy, slimy sound as you get out of your seat?
Yes. I am slimy.
Okay, I immediately look at the cushion that you were sitting on. Is it just slimy?
Butt cheeks.
Oh,
slimy butt cheek print.
It's a bench, so it's like really like obvious.
Oh, bench. There you go. Okay.
Oh.
Yes.
All right,
so she is
About
using
20 minutes.
she is using the restroom before we can move the bonding sacks. But I live in that door over there. Live. I require between 1 to 4 hours to, depending on how much use I've given it, to recharge my internal cells, so that it's akin to sleeping, but I don't require as much as Barry does, and I also do not require laying down. And as previously discussed with Barry, he finds the fact that I can recharge anywhere while standing up creepy. So I'm going to relocate somewhere else because I require very little space to do so. So that will be her experiment room once we have moved her bonding sacks out of the bathroom.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah. All right. I think that's everything for the moment, right? Peace.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we got a week. So, I guess, do kind of whatever you want until we're, all good to go on.
Real quick, before we move on, if for everybody out there, I had a playbook advancement last time. Peace had a playbook advancement last time, and that means I got to choose a new skill, and special ability. And the new special ability I chose is called Heart to Heart, and it says when you provide meaningful insight or heartfelt advice that a crewmate follows, you both clear 1 stress. Now, the reason why I bring it up is because I talked to not only Barry, but I talked to Eden before we had our meeting, and I wanted to see if you think that occurred.
Well, we talked about splitting the funds and everything like that and working together, and Eden did follow that advice, so I'd say on her end, yeah, it would count.
Okay.
Whether or not it counts for Barry, he has no stress at the moment, so.
Okay. Well, then we both clear 1 stress then, Eden.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Boop.
Very nice. All right. Well, maybe reconvene. I might give Cass a call. Pace, did you ever know if she got into Titanite chips?
Who was that?
Cass, my sister. You know, the one that's helped out on the ship a bunch. And when we were
Oh, yes.
maybe in debt.
The one who was, how did you put it, sweet on me?
Yeah, she really was sweet on you.
She kept
have a
asking
sister?
about my attachments and detachments and that sort of thing. And if I could be uncomfortable, I would have been.
Yeah, no, she kind of ain't got no filter.
I wonder where she gets that from.
Our mama.
Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
You were inquiring whether Cass has any experience with Titanite ships?
Yeah, I can't remember if I feel like she was getting into them, but I just don't know how much expertise she has. I was asking because she might be able to help out with Code's ship. If she has an opportunity to work on one, she might even take it up as a practice.
It couldn't hurt, and I'm sure that she would like to see you.
Yeah, I haven't called her in a hot minute.
I would like to see this Cass as well.
Yeah, I bet you would.
Well, I
Yeah,
bet
maybe
she
be
would
closed
too, sir.
first.
Well,
Do you think that Cass would let me lick them? You did say they are sweet.
She was sweet on. No, it means she liked him. It's another
Attracted.
phrase.
to me.
When do you become sweeter when you are attracted to someone?
No, it's a.
In a manner
phrase.
of speaking, yes.
But yeah. You know how you like something that tastes sweet, right? That it's like a mental version of that. Why am I explaining?
I do
That was
not
a really
know,
good
sir.
analogy.
It
Yeah.
only serves to cause you more headaches.
Yeah, All right. I can give Cass a call, see if she can help out with your ship code.
Thank you.
Yeah, you might owe me one.
I will attempt to find different sleeping quarters. It's almost time to move the sacks as well. So if you require my aid, Vertigo, I'd be more than happy to help you.
Yes, I would
Lord.
very much.
Are the sacks? Do you?
Well, they will need to continue to grow. Perhaps it'll be a few weeks, but we will be able to transport them in about 20 minutes.
Oh, I should probably ask. I saw that the drippings of the sacks were corrosive to linoleum. Now, while my android frame and, well, skin equivalent is pretty resilient, do you think it would eat through my skin?
I do not think so. They are made to be containers for organic material, and you are stronger.
I'm not
I
organic.
believe the way
however.
the Omni has told us, the outsides can be very acidic to ward off predators.
Gloves it is then.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I trundle off to go get gloves and help help Vertigo move the sacks.
Very well. Crash, are you
All
putting in
right.
a call to Cassie?
Yeah, I will. I'll do that real quick.
So just to establish how this works,
Yes.
calls are generally made in a few different ways. Primarily, if you are not near where you are calling, you can send a message, and it's kind of works like a video email kind of situation. Or if you are near a quantum jump gate and the person that you're trying to contact is near a quantum jump gate, there's a slight like desync with the communication, but you can talk almost real time. So you've got those situations. Then you've got like text messages, the equivalent of a text message or an email. How do you think you're sending this? Are you just trying to call her and see what happens, or what?
Yeah, well, I mean, so station to station communication, is that a thing? Because we're on Great Ocean.
Station is generally how the like call to call, like the close to real time communication is done. Usually, that's the only time that usually happens.
Yep, because we're on Great Ocean, she'd be on Stepping Stone.
Yeah. Even planet to planet, there's usually just like video call messages. Because they're a little bit further away from a quantum jump gate. Okay.
Yeah, so you tried just a standard semi-real-time call, hoping that maybe she'll answer or be near her vid phone.
Okay. Putting in the call to Cass. You get a delay basically, and you get the recognized video like voicemail. She pops up on your screen.
Hey, thanks for reaching out. I'm not here right now. If you are my brother, please leave a message immediately. And if you're not my brother, well, then you're gonna have to wait probably a while. Thanks, bye.
Hey, Cass. Yeah, it's your brother. Leaving that immediate message. Hope you're well. We'll chat soon. It'll be good to talk. Got a potential top-notch ship for you to look at and work on. So I got about a week, but yeah, give me a call back. I'll be around. We're currently on Great Ocean. Hope you're well, sis. Good to chat.
Send her my love, sir.
Already hung up. I will. Shit, that would have smoothed things over better. Okay. And then I get up and go like plop in my bunk and try to take a nap after this harrowing day.
Does anybody else want to have any other scenes before we do a time skip?
I'm good.
Okay. 2 weeks later. The group is still on Great Ocean Station. Your ship has been tended to, code. You've moved whatever sacks needed moving. And now the group must decide on a job. However, Barry, I'd like to point out that Cassie has not called you back in this time.
Shit. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah. What?
I've become... Well, I was already pretty adept at reading human signals and body language, but you especially, sir, since we've spent so much time together.
Yeah.
And I have to inquire, is the lack of communication from your sister worrying to you? You seem worried, sir.
Yeah, of course I'm worried. I've been waiting for the code ship to get all sorted, and I wanted to go and check in on her.
Is she on Great Station?
No, she's on Stepping Stone, which is potentially a good place to get a job anyway.
Oh, Whack, I wanted to ask you about that. I mentioned it, but we didn't actually confirm, but I wanted to, be on the lookout during this week for another job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Dakota Bob has definitely tried to reach out to you in this time.
Okay.
And has wanted to speak with you. Basically left a video mail, something along the lines of,
So, you cured the bounty. Good job. Yeah, give me a call back. I probably have some more work for you. I've been hearing some stuff through the wire that you're working with a crew. Give me a call as soon as you can.
About time we took him up on that, sir, now that we are up and running.
Not a bad idea. All right. Yeah.
you also have another potential job. Now, this one did not come from Dakota Bob. This one would have come from, I would say, this one's actually coming from Vertigo. Because you've been contacted, Vertigo, by somebody from Great Ocean Station while you've been aboard the station. Your friend and drug dealer, Jackev. He sent you probably a message, heard like something along the lines of like,
"Hey Vertigo, heard you were on the station. If you could, might have a little job for you if you're interested. Heard you've been running around with an interesting crew. Give me a call back."
I would immediately call back. Jakev, are you there?
Oh, hey there, Vertigo. Glad to hear
Hello,
from
friend. It has been a while, but I have been working on a few interesting things.
I heard you were aboard Great Ocean. If you got
I
some
am.
time, you want to stop on by?
Absolutely. Where should I meet you?
Someplace private. Maybe there's a cargo bay. I think we've met there before.
The one next to the Blue Lotus?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right. Is it okay if I bring a few friends?
Is this your crew that you're talking about?
Yes. We are undergoing the bonding.
I still don't know what that means.
Well, maybe sometime you and I can figure it out together.
Is that even possible? Okay. Yeah, just... Yeah. Maybe in an hour.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Very human. Come in.
Yeah.
I have just received a call from one of my friends. Someone aboard the ship who might have an opportunity for us.
Alright. We don't have to go to Dakota. He'll be a little annoyed, but we ain't in debt to him anymore. Frankly, I don't know if I even want to work with him after. He'll just find a way to get us in more debt. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Might want to check it out. I guess. I have to go check on my sister regardless. We can at least listen what's going on. Who's your friend?
My friend Jakev. Jakev is very good with money.
That doesn't give me a lot. Is he a banker?
I suppose it depends on what you consider banking. It is not a traditional trade, that is certain. Okay, goodbye. I will call everyone else.
What?
I will essentially repeat the same conversation with everyone and have them join me in the mess.
I see that as we're all walking in, I see that Vertigo contacted each of us individually. And
Yeah, you could have just used the ship's comms to get everybody here.
Oh. Everyone, please come to the mess hall. Thank you. Goodbye.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Is there I just don't know, Whack, if there's like a like a knowledge arcana, like, is there any way I would have heard of this guy? Or any of us, I guess, would have heard of him.
I don't think so. I
Okay,
would say
that's fine.
if anyone, it would be Eden or Code. And I won't make you do a roll for this. This is just up to you if you've heard of and Vertigo, if you have talked about Jacob at all.
Well, I do remember there was a point where I talked to someone about a gang, and I said I had a friend in a gang with one of the party members.
Yes, I believe.
Jakev has been very good to me, very good business, and has many friends, many resources, many creds. So, I think it would behoove us to at least hear what he has to say.
I've only heard of him. As long as he doesn't harm her, I don't have a problem with him. By harm, I mean, you never know what people think.
Are we all invited?
Yes.
Very well. When are you meeting?
Let's go now.
All right.
Okay.
Lead the way.
What's wrong, Barry? You seem
No, I
sir,
just
perplexed.
no, I just am thinking about why my sister hasn't called me back.
Oh,
So
Well-
we can hear this and then maybe
Go look.
figure out. Yeah, I need to go to Stepping Stone, but we can. Another hour ain't gonna hurt anything, I don't think.
maybe Alora can appropriate another sack.
That doesn't apply to
It can
what?
make things better. The bonding seems to be broken between you and your sister.
No, that's not. Yeah, let's
He's
go.
suggesting you jump in the sack with your sister, sir.
Yeah, that's not
Ah, yes.
happening. No, that's. That I'm the only one that actually gets what that means, Peace. And still, no,
Sir.
don't teach them that.
I assure
wonder.
you, you are not the only one that gets that.
I meant to of that. Ah.
Such strange ways.
I do
Common
not know
law
why
means
it
when the bond is
pleases-
broken, you make it stronger.
I do not know why it pleases me so much to frustrate you so terribly, Barry. I hope this does not impinge on our friendship.
Oh, it does.
Yes, sir.
Well, whatever your malady is, very human, perhaps Jackev will have a drug that can help you. Now let's go.
Oh, fucking hell. You're getting us in with drug dealers. Great.
Either way.
Yeah. on the way out, I do the I don't know if there's like a lock the doors like security alarm alert thing that you
Oh
enable.
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I do that. I just go doo-doo, shh.
You head out and you begin walking through Great Ocean Station, which for the most part is very it's pretty like high class. There's a lot of important people that come through here. You walk through those parts of the station.
Speaking of high class, Barry, do you have like pants, jeans? What are you wearing? Like what? No, I'm curious because
No pants,
so,
not
like,
at all. Definitely.
You're
No.
cocking it.
No, I'm just saying like
Winnie
jeans
the Pooh.
or like like a jumpsuit or whatever.
No, it'd be like your rugged kind of like work jeans, almost like the work slacks.
Because I just want to picture that you tuck your jeans into your boots to show off your boots better.
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Because I just figure you wrangling, like trying to get people to look at your boots.
Yeah, no, of course you tuck them in. You don't. I don't have boot cut. They're not practical.
Okay.
Like they don't go over. They go in.
It just gives me joy to see you be like, someone asked me about my boots. Like, no, you're not like saying it out loud, but you're like strutting around, like
We're walking through the nice
Anybody?
parts. I want to make sure I'm showing off.
I would imagine that the Tight Knights are actually very impressed by these, obviously some sort of animal skin type boots. It is, whenever I would imagine that whenever a creature wears another creature's skin, that is a sign of conquering them in some way, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good work, very human.
Yes.
You are
excellent
such a proficient predator.
way. Give and take. Give and take.
I don't. What? What's you talking about?
I think they're complimenting you and your shoes, sir.
Oh, yeah. I got them for a great deal.
I'm sure you did, sir.
Did.
I can't believe you found them in your size. You have
I found it in my
abnormally large
size.
feet.
They're real authentic. Like, thank you for that as well. Yeah, it's real snake skin,
Very stylish.
right?
Meanwhile, we get an interior shot of Barry's feet, and his toes are like little squished, little
Just a little squished. Just a little.
like throbbing toes just crammed into those boots. Oh yeah, they're
Tiny-
fitting everything.
Yeah, quarter-sized pool of blood in the sock.
Vertigo leads you through the nice parts of the station and then through the service elevators that go down to like the cargo areas of the station, which are kind of like these large cylinders that sit kind of like underneath a lot of the landing pads throughout the station. A lot of crew move through here. A lot of the working class people aboard the station move through here. It's a lot less high class. There's far fewer people moving about, more crew moving about. There's a lot of, the blue collar kind of people that probably give you looks as you're making your way through the cargo area, like, what the hell are these people doing here? I haven't seen them before. And then you go to like the really far off like cargo areas, like you walk for quite a while through several elevators to get there, eventually coming across this club, which, what did we call, what did you say this was called?
Blue Lotus.
The Blue Lotus. Yes. What does this place look like?
There is a turquoise neon glow that bathes the pathway up into this club. It is 2 stories, and you see that there's an open balcony that looks over the bay of where all the ships are parked here in this loading area. You can see that there are these wide plexiglass windows that face out into the street, but they are veiled. There is a very thin and delicate sheet of some kind of shimmery, almost opalescent fabric, and they are emblazoned with the holographic design of a lotus that flickers in and out, almost inviting like fireflies.
And this light sort of reflects off of some of the surfaces nearby as you make your way into this cargo bay, right across the way, basically, from this place.
Does this, now you said this is more like blue collar and stuff. Does this place like stick out as some like a diamond in the rough?
This is probably a hangout, would you say, for a lot of the blue collar people in this area?
Okay, but it's not like fancy schmancy.
No, it's just, it's
It's
probably one of those like good places to go that only the locals know about.
Oh, okay.
You can tell that this place was made with love.
And you approach this sort of darkened cargo bay. There's various like crates and stuff that are piled up high. This might be like an extra cargo bay where stuff might be like there might be some transitional cargo that moves through here. Some storage and shit, for the station. And a lot of that sort of bluish light is reflected here, and it kind of makes its way, creeps into this cargo bay. And you arrive. You can see that...
Jackev! Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can see that there is a figure here. What does Jackev look like?
Ooh. Jackev has that like 5 o'clock shadow, has these like streaks of hair that are kind of cut off, like razor cut along the edges, shorn on the sides, long on top, over gelled too much, wearing clothes that are way too tight. I think that Jackev also has a number of accessories all on their person, and they definitely look the part of the industry they're in.
Yes. As you see Jakov there, he gets kind of the impression of each of you. Nods his head and looks each of you up and down. Interesting crew. So.
Well, let me introduce you to my friends. This is Barry Human.
Very human.
Nah, Barry's fine.
Jakov.
This is making a picture like, what was it? Human, sir. Was that Futurama or something?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, Barry.
This is Peace. Peace gave me their closet.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Sure.
You've had dealings with her before. I'm sure that the way she speaks is no surprise to you, right?
Still happens every time.
I wonder when it will wear off.
Me too.
Yeah, me 3.
And this is Eden. Eden is very special. I think that you will come to like Eden very much.
Hi.
Jakov like gets closer to you. Are you from Titan?
I shift a little uncomfortably.
No, I grew up, I grew up on the station.
A transplant.
Huh. You got interesting friends, Vertigo.
No, well, wait till you meet my dear friend. I've told you very much about Edra. We shall call him Cold for now, but now you can put the name to the face.
Heard a lot about you.
No? Okay. Yes, as I heard some about you. Thank you for not harming Laura.
Peace and Barry, you notice something pretty distinct about Jakov. Jakov has... Would you imagine, Vertigo, that Jakov has tattoos or
So
some kind
many
of...
tattoos.
Hmm.
Just
Yeah.
on their face. Yeah.
Yeah. And one of those tattoos is the insignia for the Zodiac Hearts gang.
Oh. I don't say anything about that, but I definitely tuck that knowledge away.
What was our relationship with them?
I'll leave that up to you, but I'll tell
I think
you
that was the what were the 3 or 4 factions again? Because one of them was the one that we.
Yeah, there's three big gangs that are pretty well known that are kind of like, you know, interplanetary throughout the solar system. The Immortal Syndicate, the Zodiac Hearts, and the Untamed. And the Untamed are like the really crazy gang members. And then there's kind of like this collection of motley scavengers that call themselves Rippers.
It was the Zodiac Hearts that I had the match with that chased us, right? I think that was the one I said. I'm trying to remember.
The ones
episode
who
1.
Yeah, attacked
The
us right
9.
outside of the radio.
You're not sure entirely.
Okay, we just thought it was because that's what I think I said to Doris.
Might have to do some investigating to find that out.
Yeah.
What was the full name of the syndicate?
The Immortal Syndicate.
Thank you.
that you have met my friends. What do you want to tell us?
Well, word around the station is that you've been doing some jobs for Slice. Is that right?
Yes?
Well, I had a job that I thought you might be interested in. That is, if you think you're up for it.
Depends on the pay.
Oh, it pays really well.
I mean, that could mean a lot of things.
Pays really well. You're looking at if you can pull it off. I'd say 10 cred.
Ain't too bad.
Keep it cool, keep it cool.
Well, before we think that's enough, what are you proposing?
What we say here, I gotta assume that these guys are cool. Vertigo.
Oh, they are. What was
Wait
it?
a minute, I forgot who I'm talking to.
I mean, little sub.
Let me just
No,
clarify.
I've practiced. Cool as a cucumber.
Okay.
I know, like, cucumbers are only cool if they're in the right locations, but they can be room temperature. But I'm more of a.
Confidentiality. He's talking about confidentiality.
Oh.
Okay. 'cause-
Confidentiality is one of our specialties, right?
It's an old idiom, sir, but it checks out.
All right. Well, I'm not exactly suggesting that this is gonna get run through any sort of official channels or anything. I kind of want to keep this quiet. You able to do that? Assuming that our conversation is, well, off the record. I had all
So
the
no
cameras
recordings.
turned off in here.
Yeah. Clarification, Whack. If we're licensed bounty hunters, we can still do stuff off the record and it won't impact our license normally, right?
Yeah,
I feel like Barry would know
it
that.
definitely would.
If we don't get caught, sure.
If you don't get caught, then it won't matter.
Well, I'll tell you. Sorry for speaking up. I don't mean to butt in, but we're not killers. So if that's the kind of thing you're
Oh no! I'm not talking
Interested
about
in, then.
killing anybody.
okay, just wanted to get that out on the table, out in the open.
Also say that occasionally we work with flair. And just putting that out there. So depending on what you're asking,
We've definitely killed someone.
well, it happens sometimes. It's accidental.
Well, look, there's no need for any killing here, okay? I've got some cargo that I need. Well, it needs to be procured from a certain individual, and I need to go about it in a different kind of way.
So you want us to steal?
I prefer the term procure.
Reacquire.
Yeah. Clarification. You don't have to specify what exactly, but I have a very strict, if it's not a bounty, officially, I have a very strict no sentient cargo rule.
Shared by us all.
Yeah.
That
Not
includes
sentient or
kind of
anything.
head notion towards peace. Like that includes friends like him. Just want to clarify.
Look, you're probably gonna piss off some people. That's all I'm saying. They're not gonna be too happy about this getting removed. And
Is it possible that we could get out of there without knowing that it was us? Or are we gonna get spotted immediately?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to take heat for you, guaranteed. We just met, you know.
That just kind of depends on how competent you are at doing your job, I guess.
I can accept that.
These people you're talking about that we would get mad? Would you be able to elaborate on which group of people? Because that's kind of important.
Well, it's kind of related to the governor on Ceres.
What's the governor?
A ruling leader.
Governor of Ceres, huh?
Governor of Ceres. I mean, I don't really care for him much. That'd be a proper heist. We haven't done one of those in a while, Peace.
We haven't. You're right. Sounds exciting.
If it helps at all, I have worked with Jakev for very many years, so I don't think Jakev would ever put us in a position where it would be an unfortunate end for us. As long as we, do our job.
Yeah. No, I think he's on the level. I ain't too worried about that if you're still alive working with him.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be some pretty high risk stuff.
Yeah, but high risk, high reward.
10 creds is not. That's
that.
A small fortune.
Especially if something does happen where we do get that heat from the governor of Ceres. I mean, that is a very big deal to not have the support or to not be welcomed on Ceres in general.
Pissing off a government, 10 cred ain't enough for that, I'm just gonna say.
Well, before we get anywhere, let's hear him out first.
True. That is very rude of me. My apologies.
I just needed to gauge your interest first, if this is something you might be interested in before I give out any details. You understand?
We are indeed interested.
Interested in if we say no word will be spoken outside of this cargo.
Good to hear. You put the weapons down, boys.
Yeah, I figured as much.
You hear the sounds of some weapons being holstered behind some cargo around. You get the glint of a few things in the dark. Why don't we have a seat? Let's talk about it. And that's where we're going to end the session today.
It's already time? Oh my god.
Oh, just real quick, I don't think I probably didn't make it or tell you guys or whatever, but if Peace is out and his if I look like this, that means I'm trying to pass as human. I don't know how good it is. Maybe Whack could help me. Is it pretty good or is it not?
I really want that stuff to be up to you. I don't want to make those calls for you. Just to clarify for the chat, the cast here came up with a lot of the lore for this show. I gave them a few ideas, started to point them in a direction that I wanted to head for the show, but it's really been a lot of them and what they've come up with, and we've kind of rolled with that. So I want to keep that going. I want this to be very much a group effort. So if you feel like your model of android is capable of doing those things, it's totally up to you.
Well, I looked at it the drawing above my picture here. I think if you took off my hoodie or whatever, it'd be pretty obvious that I was. But if I have I'm covering up all the joints or whatever, I think I pass. I think I do.
Excellent. Then that's the way we're gonna roll.
Cool. So yeah, just for further, like just for future stuff, like unless I say
You're
it
kind
myself,
of like uncovered and you have stuff down. Yeah.
yeah, you'll notice like differences in my speech patterns and stuff. It becomes more, hopefully adaptive to the environment that I'm in.
Excellent.
I'll try and make it more obvious.
Excellent. Good job, everybody. That show had me cracking up through the entirety. It was so good. You kill it every week. Good job, everybody.
So fucking anime.
Yeah. And it's evidenced by the fact that I'm shocked that it's time already. Like, I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, oh, we gotta end, right? We gotta end.
Yeah, good episodes always fly so fast.
Yeah. So well done. We're gonna go around the room, do some shout outs, and we're going to do some end of session stuff. We didn't do a ton of rolls today. There's only 2 piece rolls. Yeah, I mean, it was so much role play and like no rolls or anything. But there were a lot of really great scenes, so good job, everybody. Let's go around the room. Let's do some shout outs and some end of session stuff. Let's start off with Vertigo today.
Hello, I am Stelluna on Twitch, Stelluna TV on all other social media. I'm a TTRPG producer and performer. You can find out all my information on my Twitter. That's what I primarily use. For today, our XP, you address a tough challenge with insight or compassion. I don't think I had any kind of difficulties. Maybe if I first talked to Barry, then maybe, but
Maybe
I
a
didn't.
little compassion there. No, yeah.
Maybe just a little, but yeah. So far, I haven't gotten any XP from that one across any of the episodes.
Actually, kind of cool to bring up that confrontation gets you XP. Like asking permission and then having that discussion, that will garner you XP. So like that, it's good for you. Like I didn't even think about it that way until you brought that up.
Yeah. So I think that's the 0 for that one. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. Absolutely. Talked a lot about my sax today. Yeah. I think maybe even
That
like
slimy butt print
twice.
though. It's just like like in my mind, just like
strings of it.
Yeah,
Like,
there was a
I'm-
lot about bonding too.
Is there a word for gross and hot at the same time?
It's like the scare-roused but not scared. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's.
I think there was a lot of that. So I think 2 XP for that one.
Yeah, we'll say sure.
Yes. Struggle with issues from your vice or traumas. My vice is strange experiments, and I also have another one for food. But I think that's a no. Well, no, I think the weird experiments counts.
I'll give you one. Yeah.
All right. Yes. I have an advancement. Yay!
Ooh, on par. Nice.
Thank you. And thank you, Wack. Today was really fun.
Thank you. You did great. Okay. Frank, why don't you go next?
Oh, hi. I'm Tech or Frank. Man, if I could do TTRPG 5 days a week, I probably would. Honestly, it's a great. I had a rough week last week, like absolutely horrible, and I never had a Monday to look forward to. Now I do, and this has been great. It goes by too fast, but this cast is fucking phenomenal. Like who knew that the best live action anime is here on this channel? You can find me on twitch.tv/technique and twitter.com/techniquetv. No, E just a Q and TV. I do a lot of things. Just check out the Twitter. As for the end of share, let's see here. Where am I? Down here. You addressed a tough challenge with a technical skill or ingenuity. I don't think I did. No, not this episode. I don't think I did. So you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, and background. Yeah, I think I did that.
Yeah.
And that was like through the bonding, the language, the ship. I mean, pretty much almost everything today was all about building the heritage. So I don't know how much you want to give me for that. One is fine, or
I'm gonna say
okay,
one.
that's fine. That's fine. I've been leveling kind of fast anyway. So, you struggle with issues from your vice trauma during this session. That one's up in the air. I'm gonna leave it to the GM. His ship was definitely something that is his pleasure, and seeing it not in a good spot was really hard for him, and he was trying to hold it back between false smiling. But he's very worried that the ship will reject him, which I think I probably need to roll on his ship, honestly. I didn't know I crashed it that bad. After hearing it, I don't think it's right for me to just have an immediate bond with the ship. So,
okay, yeah. Maybe we'll have a scene with that next week.
sure.
Do that for next week. I think for this week, we'll just say the one.
Okay, works for me.
Thank you so much, bud. Dan, what'd you go next?
Hello. I am Domestic Dan, playing Barry Hendricks Crash today.
Very human.
Very human.
Human.
Very
So
happy.
fucking good.
Just
Okay,
like, all
goodbye.
right, Allura Titanite. It's just,
It doesn't roll off the tongue, man.
no, it does not. It does not.
You can just call it Titalora.
I don't think we should call it that. I don't think
Are we
should
vetoing that one?
Yeah, let's not.
That
We already
that
got
rolls
Pussy
off the
Galore
tongue
on the
better,
show.
but
Let's
maybe
not.
we'll. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and rip these off now. Shit.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. You can find me everywhere. Domestic Dan. I do cooking streams, lifestyle, all that fun, and I'm cooking for my dog's birthday today. So
Oh, happy birthday.
Choco's going to get a little candlelit dinner. But before that, we've got XP stuff. No desperate rolls, because the only roll that happened was a certain android. So well done there. But tough challenge, speed or flare? Nope, don't think so. Not this time. Getting close to it though. We'll see. Beliefs, drives, heritage, background. Yeah, a lot of that. Specifically with like my sister is definitely one. Trying to push, at least talking to her, going and trying to meet up with her. I think that just counts as one interaction there. In terms of beliefs or background, I don't know, maybe the meeting with everybody, like kind of getting everything sorted, that might, but that's probably borderline at best, so I'll leave that up to you.
I'm just gonna say the one for that.
Totally fair. Issues with vices or trauma. My vice, someone keeps breaking my damn ship and leaking sacks on my linoleum.
I don't know how that's a vice or your trauma, though.
And luxury! My luxuries are getting damaged, man!
Okay, we'll give you that
Sack
one.
juice all over your luxury.
Your toes are getting damaged by
When you
those
said
luxuries.
linoleum in the bathroom, I was fucking dying, dude. I was like, why would anybody put linoleum in there?
Because of my fucking weird luxury, that's why.
It's the bad linoleum too, the one that you just stick to the floor.
Oh,
It's like a giant
It's
adhesive
the
sticker.
roll-out linoleum,
Yeah.
absolutely. You have to replace it every other year
Bathroom
because
is
it
the
curls.
size of a closet, so imagine Barry rolling that shit out and cutting
with
it
an
out
X-Acto
around.
knife.
Oh
We
my
were real
god!
specific. His luxury is tacky as hell. Other than that, no, there's nothing else that I could even potentially try to argue there. But that's all me. Thank you.
The best part about it is it's a shoilet. So I'm sorry, I have to do the logistics in my head
Please,
now.
please,
Because
yeah.
it's a shoilet, so there's a grate on the bottom for the water to drain through. How does that work with the linoleum? Never mind.
He like cuts a hole
got a
into
fucking
each
square.
There's slices. There's that little square. Yeah,
You have to show them the shoilet one day,
Yeah.
man.
It's awful. It's awful.
Oh, it's terrible.
All right, thank you, Dan.
Could
Zeke,
be worse.
why don't you go next?
Yo, everybody, what's up? My name is Ezekiel the Third. You can find me at or slash Ezekiel. I think it's right here. Yeah, at or slash Ezekiel _III. Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and Ezekiel the Third, all spelled out on Instagram and Facebook. I broadcast streaming games, video games, and all kinds of different shit. 10 a.m. Pacific, mostly every single day except Mondays. Mondays I'm here. If you want to catch me tomorrow, I'm playing Timesia. I'm going back into Timesia. It's a fun little Souls-like game that I think deserves a little bit more spotlight. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. My stuff. Let's do my stuff. Let's see. I did the desperate action. I filled up my one resolve playbook, so I get to add a pip, right? A little arrow.
Yes, you do on your
dice roll. I haven't decided where I'm going to put that yet, but I'm leaning towards sway. But might be nice to have 1 point in a tune. So I got, one of the whole thing filled up, at least the before the line.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that one because we'll have to figure that out.
Oh, is that something I can't do?
If you wanted to go that route, we'll have to talk about it as a group and see how we wanted to handle that.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Cool.
A tune has to do with the way.
Oh,
that's only
yeah.
the Titan thing. So we.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like instinct was a tune.
No, a tune is.
It says a tune is communicate with non-sentient, safely handle precursor artifacts. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Sense unseen danger. Okay, so that is probably a no-go for old piece.
Yeah, communicate with non-sentients are, like calming an animal down, kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's why I was going. That's why I wanted it because for Pussy Galore.
we can maybe put it that way, but it won't be the same way that Eden gets to use her stuff.
Yeah, I honestly thought of it as rather than something supernatural, I thought of it as situational awareness.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
Anyway, we don't have to go the right. I'm fine with putting another point in sway and just maxing that thing out.
Always sway
that all the fucking time. Okay, so you addressed a tough challenge with deception or influence. I did that with slice. I know I did at least once. And I think the challenge now it says a tough challenge, but I thought it was gonna be tougher I thought there was gonna be a huge argument when it would come to splitting up the creds, but everyone was just super agreeable for once, and I was like, shit.
I think it was the way that you phrased it. That made sense to all the Titanites. Oh yes, of course.
Okay. It was direct.
Yeah.
Trade and barter.
So will that work then? As far as another XP goes.
I'm gonna give you one for your conversation with Slice.
Okay.
In two different things. So I'm gonna say expressing your beliefs, drives, or heritage or background with Slice. I'm gonna give you 2. So you got one for the deception or influence with Slice, and then I'm gonna say you're gonna get one for beliefs, drives, heritage, or background with Slice.
Okay, so 2 total for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so but that splitting up the creds.
Yeah, I'm not.
Doesn't count. Okay, cool. That's fine.
No.
That's fine. And you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session. Now they use that word struggle, man. I moved towards bringing out Stacy Driver, which is directly related to my vice of what is it? Not responsibility, not duty. It's obligation. Yeah.
So I'm gonna say no for this.
Okay. Okay.
Because there's gonna be times where you're gonna get trauma. It's gonna happen in the game. There's no way you're gonna make it through all these missions without filling your stress bars up. It's just not gonna happen.
Right, gotcha.
And that's where you really get that XP from, is filling up that stress bar and getting a trauma.
Makes sense.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna say no on that.
Got my 2 then.
Okay. Thank you so much, Zeke. Last but not least, Faye.
Hi, I'm Faye Lynn. I play Veggie games on Twitch, as well as do voiceover for video games and stuff. So if you want to follow me or you want to see my content, it's just Faye Lynn on Twitter and on Twitch. Played Eden today. It was a fun one, so thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with us. As for end of session stuff, let's see here. You addressed a tough challenge with wisdom of the way. Nah, I don't think so. You expressed your beliefs, drives, or heritage or background. I think there were a couple instances, but I think it's only gonna equate to 1. So Code had asked about Eden's name and like her the lab and stuff. But then also she had to explain to Jacob that she grew up on Great Ocean Station, which I think is like only just equal to 1 personally, because I don't think that's really too deep. Like you could assume, I mean, I guess you could not assume the lab's there, but
I think you get 1 for sure. I don't know about the second one.
yeah, I think it's just 1.
I think it's just the 1.
Okay. And in terms of the issues from Vice or traumas, not really, because she was, I mean, her thing is weird and she likes learning about Titanite history and like artifacts and things like that. Which
She did learn words and context about Titanite
she
stuff.
did, but she didn't struggle with that, I don't think.
Yeah, struggle is the key thing there.
Fair.
I hate
So,
that.
yeah.
They do that on purpose.
It makes sense. We'd be eating up that.
Yeah,
that
you gotta
experiences.
like they
you
want
gotta balance it
drama.
out. Yeah, you gotta balance
Yeah,
it out.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Real quick. So, I'm sorry, yeah. Ship, yeah. Which I think we only have 1, because we didn't extract a bounty. Challenges above station didn't happen. Bolster crew rep or develop a new one. That's a very specific thing. But express drives, goals, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. At least one of those, or at least one, just because of our meeting actually determining that we're going to be working together as a crew. I don't think we got more than 1, but unless
I would
someone else
agree.
thinks
I'd
it's
say you
something.
just got the 1.
Yeah. Anyway, that was it. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I have something.
Did the ship already level up once?
Ship
Yes.
has leveled up once, yeah.
And what did we pick?
Hull increase, so we have 2 hull now, and hard knocks, which starts our next job. Whenever we start it, we start with 2 gambits instead of 1.
Now, a gambit, is that the devil's deal?
No, gambits are extra dice. They're shared crew dice. So
Okay,
basically,
so do we discuss that as a crew whether we do it? Whether if I want to use it, do I say, hey crew,
it's
can
up
I
to
have
you
this
how
dice?
you want to handle that. If you want to talk about it as a crew, or if you're just in the heat of the moment and you want to get spendy, it's up to you.
Dude, I'm all for heat of the moment. Like, I don't want to discuss it.
That's how Barry
I
did
just
it
think
when we were.
use it when you
Use
need
your
it.
best judgment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
When we were
If we're in a
story
very
stuff.
bad situation alone and you can't discuss,
Yeah.
might as well just use it.
Totally.
I heard very bad.
Very bad.
Since I leveled up, I just want to tell everyone because I have like really fun ideas for this next time. Since I leveled up, I took the special ability Combat Medic. You may expend your special armor to resist any consequence when tending to a patient. When you doctor someone in combat, clear one's stress.
Sick.
That's going to be
Damn.
so much fun. I can't wait.
So are you going to be
Yeah.
encouraging people to get hurt?
Maybe.
She'll be hurting people.
Man, I've had a
Oh my
bad
god,
day.
deep wound.
Go get shot or something.
I think
One thing I want to bring up as well is the cred situation. I was reading up on it and says more than 4 cred is an impractical amount to keep unnoticed by the guild. You must spend the excess or put it in your stash. A crew can also store 4 cred in their ship by default. Any cred beyond their limit must be spent as soon as possible, typically before the next job, or be distributed among the crew members. So,
Which we're okay
did we spend the
because
cred on something?
1 cred for ship upkeep.
Yeah,
So we
spent
did
it
that
last
already.
time.
So we
Yeah.
got to mark that off of our.
So I marked it. So I've marked it. We have 4
So we have
cred on the
3.
ship now.
Oh, 4.
We
Okay.
never
Okay.
never spent the upkeep.
When I was reading that, it still had 5, so I just wanted to.
Yeah, I just marked it for that. So thank you.
Excellent.
And
So
remember,
cool.
I can. Well, any repairs I do is free. Well,
Correct.
1
Yeah.
repair.
This is
The ship-
unrelated. This is
Oh, I know, I just wanna
the
let you-
ship hasn't taken official
Any
damage yet. Yeah, don't worry, it's coming. It's coming.
it'll be here. That's why I thought ahead on the hull.
Where's our stash, by the way? Is it on the station or
on the-
is it something we?
So that's up to you. Your stash is intentionally meant to be your where you feel the money is the safest. And
Yeah, on the station.
just to be clear,
Vault is group, stash is personal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your stash.
So if you have 2 creds on you and you want to put 1 in your stash, you can do that. But in order to get it out of your stash, it costs 2 for 1 to get it out of your stash.
Holy crap! Really?
That's the rule.
Unless you're putting it in Zeke's stash, which you might have to ask him about first.
Well, then you just got to take a mustache ride and you get it all back, baby. Plus interest.
Hey, we're giving the mustache? Okay, hold on.
Just to give you an idea of the if you like, you've got 40 boxes in that stash there, and it's like retirement. Like if you manage to fill up like 40 boxes of stash, like you are living the high life in retirement. Like you're set, you're good to go. That's like you've got like a retirement business planned out. You know, you can take a few vacations.
Roth
you're
IRA.
good to go. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. We're not talking like billionaire type person, but good enough for you.
Good enough to be on Mars or no?
You could probably make your way into Mars, but keeping that money, that's the trick.
God, I can't wait till we see Mars.
Thank you everybody so much for watching today. I'm Wax Steven. I've been your GM of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much for being here. As always, chat, we appreciate you. Much love. Thank you. Thank you to my wonderful players. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Zeke. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Stella. Thank you, Frank, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for being here, chat. Make sure you support these lovely people. Head on over to tablestory.tv/100club. Go follow them in all the places. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Go support these wonderful people. Make sure you're supporting Tablestory if you want to help in a non-monetary way. Head on over to twitch.tv/Tablestory. Give us a follow there. YouTube, we're Tablestory there. And at a Tablestory on Twitter, we're there. And come hang out on our Discord, tablestory.tv/Discord. Come hang out with other like-minded people to play some TTRPGs. If you want to look for a group, you can do it there. And if you want to support us in a monetary way, consider throwing a sub our way. And check out our Patreon, which is tablestory.tv/pledge. And thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Peace out. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Bye-bye.